That story there, First Methodist Marshall, church rich in history, without a doubt. KLTV7's JD Conti is live in Marshall tonight with that part of the story.
Good evening, guys. It is still a very active scene in downtown Marshall at this hour. Just a couple minutes before we went on the air, there were still 2 fire trucks actively spraying water on this fire that has been going since 1 o'clock in the morning. You can see the historic sanctuary that has been standing since 1861 in downtown Marshall has pretty much been completely destroyed. We talked to members of the congregation that said this church has withstood the test of time, and they plan on doing that again.
You know, I don't believe I've ever walked into that sanctuary that I didn't observe the beauty.
It stood since 1861, now in wreckage. Sandy Dunham is a local photographer in Marshall. She's been attending the church for over 20 years. Like many congregation members, she arrived early this morning to a nightmare.
But I could definitely see red through our stained glass windows, and you know, it's just a devastating sight.
Dunham is now thankful she took these several years ago. The stained glass windows are a familiar sight in older Protestant churches.
Seeing those windows start crashing down onto the sidewalk, it's too much.
The congregation has been going strong since 1839. Here's a drawing of the original church building and a photo from 1877. David Lukert is the lead pastor.
This morning there was a church member out here visiting with me. He said that 7 generations of his family have worshiped in that church.
The church has a Texas historical marker. It's also on the National Registry of Historic Places. It hosted a conference of Confederate governors during the Civil War.
It was actually an alternate home base for the Confederate forces, that if certain other places fell to the Union Army, that this was a fallback, that Confederate generals had met there to make war plans, and that a significant amount of ammunition were stored.
The church's website says it was originally built with bricks made by slaves. In 1882, a balcony for slaves was removed from the sanctuary.
It has seen a lot of history come and go here through the community.
The church did build a daycare building in 1995. We're told the damage in that building has been limited to smoke and water. I asked Miss Dunham, how do you move forward from here? She said they'll be praying for the answer to that question, and we know they won't be alone. Live in downtown Marshall, I'm JD Conti, KLTV7 News.
All right, JD, our thanks to you.